Hello there, I am Musty Hobbit, and today we are going to finally get to the NES collection. This is the one system that I have the most individual games for. It's the one that I have been collecting the longest, and which really isn't that long in the grand scheme of things. This is also the system that I went after a list of 100 games for that were deemed the top 100 games on the system, and got to 98 of those pretty successfully over a couple of years. Now, I am in the process of moving. This is not the normal shelf that these games are shown on. I just put them this way because it was going to be far easier than trying to show these games in the same manner that I was showing the other systems. So we'll just kind of go through the list here. I'll sort of pan through so you can see what we got, and then I will sort of talk about some things as we progress here. So starting in the upper left, we'll let the focus catch up. We've got Adventures of Dino Riki, Adventure Island 2, Boy and His Blob, American Gladiators, Adventures of Lolo 3, which I have the manual for. Pro Wrestling, Tennis, a couple of black box games that I've been sort of going after. That's one of the next kind of subsets that I'm interested in. We got Batman, Baseball Stars, Blades of Steel, Battle of Olympus, which is an awesome Zelda 2 clone, if you want to simplify it that way, set in Greece. Battle Chess, Battletoads. And again, these are not in any particular order. This is going to get really crazy on alphabetizing. But Vice Project Doom, Rad Racer, Power Blade, POW, Ninja Gaiden 2, Snake Rattle and Roll, Skater Die 2, Shadow Gate, Section Z, Rygar, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Journey to Silius, Jackal, which is awesome. You should play Jackal. It's really good. Jaws, Iron Sword, Ikari Warriors, Ice Hockey, Ice Climber, Guardian Legend, Gradius, and Goonies 2. Moving back up to the next, motion sickness people, To the Earth, which is a recent acquisition. Actually, a lot of these are recent pickups here. Disney's Adventures in the Magic Kingdom, Time Lord, TMNT 3, The Manhattan Project, Yoshi, Baseball, the triple cart there with Mario, Road Clash Track Meet, and Duck Hunt. Mach Rider, River City Ransom, which was a former club game. Bionic Commando, Back to the Future, Styanax, Arch Rivals, TMNT, the first one. Mickey Mousecapade, Kicks, Qbert, Ninja Gaiden, Mission Impossible, Milon Secret Castle, Metal Gear, McKids, Mario Brothers, Maniac Mansion, Lode Runner, Little Nemo the Dream Master. That is Life Force, which is one of the best shooters. Legendary Wings, also a great shooter. Kung Fu, Monopoly, Kirby's Adventure, Kid Nicky. That is, what are we looking at? Kid Icarus, Kickle Cubicle. Back up to the top. Whoop, one more section. I have all my Mega Mans up here. So I have Mega Mans 1 through 6. Mega Man 2 is right here in that plastic case. We'll get to that in a second. I have the manual for that. That's why I kept that one in a case, although really it's the most common of the Mega Mans. So probably doesn't deserve that case as much as some of the other ones do. Air Fortress, Al Unser Jr.'s Turbo Racing, Mario's 1, 2, and 3, Silent Service, Track Field 1 and 2, Three Stooges, Zexus, which I just beat in November for the first time. That was a great experience to finally put that one down. Yonoid, which is better than advertised. Wizards and Warriors, Willow, Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, Metroid, Metal Storm, which was that was my biggest get when I went to Portland for the first time for PRGE. And we have a couple black box titles: 10-Yard Fight, Gyromite, Hogan's Alley, a couple Milton Bradley ones here: Abadox, Cabal, Pinball's another black box, Captain Skyhawk, Golgo 13. That is from John Riggs. That was one that he did as an open cart surgery. And he usually, or in the past, he has given those out at conventions to people who ask. So I did. and so that was one that I grabbed from him. Ghosts and Goblins, Gargoyles Quest 2, Fester's Quest, Faxanadu, and Excitebike. Back up to the top here, and I want to show off this Dragon Warrior here real quick. This was a gift from RetroPixel, James. This case specifically was one that is a former box that had been hacked up that he managed to find. And so I ended up getting Dragon Warrior at the Barry Game Exchange last year, and this was something that he gave to sort of frame that. Ironically enough, I then, in one of my Facebook groups, the Midwest Retro Gaming Society, I won the Halloween contest, and the admins threw in a couple of games into a box for winning, and one of them was the Famicom version of Dragon's Quest 4, which is Dragon Warrior 4 as well. So I have both the Famicom and the US version of that. As I mentioned, this top one, here's Mega Man 2. Star Tropics and Earthbound Zero are in Universal game cases. One of them, Star Tropics, was a former club game. At the same time, I have the manual and the letter. So the letter that you have to dip in water to get the code for the sub. I have that all in the box, all in this case here. Earthbound Zero was a gift from a viewer. It was, in fact, the only piece of, not the only piece of mail, but an unexpected piece of mail that I got from a viewer early on, and that is a repro of Mother for the NES. We've got some boxed games. I don't collect boxed except when they are at such a ridiculous price that it's absolutely worth it. That Bases Loaded 2 I think I got for maybe $5 or $6, and is totally complete. The rest are all have specific significance. Gold Medal Challenge 92 is a Summer Olympics game. I used to play that a ton. And when we were at PRG, it was the only copy that I could find. So they weren't going to break it up. So I'm like, okay, I will deal with having a complete Gold Medal Challenge 92. We have Final Fantasy, which, if you know my channel, you know me, you know that game's important. Cartoon Workshop is one that I played a fair amount of. It is actually an animation studio on the NES, which is a bit of fun. And then Zelda and Adventure of Link. Those kind of go without saying, but I have those. They are entirely complete. They have all the booklets and everything that would normally come with those. I got one more little stack here and a few stragglers that we'll get to here. RC Pro-Am is right there. Then Russian Attack, Ring King, DuckTales, Duck Hunt, Dragon Warrior 3, Dragon Warrior 1, Dr. Mario, Double Dragon 3 and 2. We got Demon Sword, Contra, which my wife and I played through as part of the Girlfriends Versus episode that we did last year. That was a lot of fun. Cobra Triangle, Rescue Rangers, the 3 Castlevania games, 3, 2, and 1 from top to bottom there. Then Bubble Bobble, Blaster Master, and TMNT 2, the arcade game. And I've got a few over here. We have from left to right, Stinger, Battletoads Double Dragon, Felix the Cat, Iron Man, Stewart's Super Off-Road, Spy Hunter, and then below that we have Super C, Super Spike V-Ball, and Nintendo World Cup, Tecmo NBA Basketball, Tecmo Super Bowl, Tecmo World Wrestling, and Tetris. So that is almost everything. I got a few more here that just weren't fitting very well. So here's Micro Machines. So I got your little unlicensed games. The other unlicensed one I have here is Spiritual Warfare, which is a Wisdom Tree game. I've also got both a Game Gear and the manual. I don't really use that a whole lot because I don't need to. So the last thing I want to show you is kind of the big push that a lot of people have been going over the last year in looking for a way to cure their tendinitis. Well, I was lucky enough to be able to do that, and so here are all 20 of the Tengen titles here. Hopefully that, come on, focus. So again, we've got Tetris, Alien Syndrome, Roadrunner, Shinobi, Super Sprint, Vindicators, Pac-Man, RBI Baseball, 1, 2, and 3, Fantasy Zone, Afterburner, Clax, Miss Pac-Man, Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, Tubin, Gauntlet, Rolling Thunder, Skull and Crossbones, and Pac-Mania. All 20 of the Tengen games. So that was a fun little subset to go after, and I hope more people are successful in getting there. They're nice to look at. I realize that they're an interesting bit of history, but I think they're really cool. Anyways, that is going to about do it today. Apologize for the format change, but just considering the number of titles, I may have to do something similar for the original Xbox for the sake of time. But that should about do it. Again, this is one in a number of videos that I'm doing to highlight the games that are in my video game collection in preparation for a move. So I'm going to go pack these up so we can get this room in order for my realtor. Anyways, stick around if you like this kind of thing. There's plenty of other videos that I've already done and plenty more that are coming. So please subscribe, and that'll be about it. Thank you for coming by. I have been Musty. Take care of yourself and be good to each other. Bye.